So I was listening to a non-dual teacher talking a little bit about resistance and how, when we feel like something shouldn't be happening, that's resistance to what is. And I think it's like the 10 ox herding or 8 ox herding pictures in Zen. There's different stages of awakening and there's different stages of integration. So also it's difficult to talk about. So it makes sense that we separate it out and say, talk about it as though maybe thinking that something shouldn't be happening is resistance. Okay, that's at one developmental stage. Maybe that's true or helpful. But the problem I have with it is that at a deeper stage or reality, everything is you. And that's your complete you. So I think about this a little bit like one version of the Buddhist precept, do not kill. It means everything has a right to life. It means this shouldn't be happening is a completely valid experience in itself. The very resistance is completely valid in itself. Why are we hating on resistance? Why are we hating on anything? It's kind of a reaction or maybe an attempt to understand something from a particular perspective. But I think it's very problematic in the following way, that it maintains a separation. It's like a spiritual teaching that's more refined but keeps you separated. So if you think that your resistance to life or your desire for something particular to happen in the moment means that you're not whole, that's a lie. So in a way, these people are teaching lies. Like, we are already whole. You're already complete with every thought and every feeling and every realization and reaction that you have. Maybe you're not at peace with it and you can work on that. But it's not true that those things are holding you back from being awakened. That's why in Zen we say it can't be defiled. Or can it? Yeah, it can be defiled. But what does that mean? It means someone is talking about it without directly realizing it in their deepest sense. Maybe that's defilement. Or maybe defilement is splitting it. Maybe right now I'm defiling it. But the question is, even as I'm talking and you're having these concepts and you're listening, are you able to maintain a sense of being whole? And if you're whole, it can't be defiled. So don't be deceived by some of these so-called non-dual teachings that continue to take a point of view, right? And by that I mean, for example, this is the way to do it, or it's the only way to do it, particularly. No, there's many ways to do it. But when you're doing it, that experiential doing it can be checked, right? And that's the lineage of face-to-face transmission in Zen, is you meet someone else who's doing it and you check each other. And you check yourself, because you're checking everything, because everything is you. So, yeah, I think a lot of the marketing of spiritual teachings out there right now is very deceptive in this way. And so rather than it being a teaching that you think about or absorb in that way, what I'm really interested in is a teaching that you enact, that you practice, because the realization is right here and it's something that you do. It's not something you think about so much, and thinking is part of it. So, it's like the story of teaching someone to fish rather than giving them fish. And I hope that's helpful. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you guys.